Black Hat talked to a guy and he said like
MCD?
most of them were he said something. He said like most of them didn't make more than 100K a year, but then a few of them were like making millions, and that was the ones that paid everybody else.
Yeah, well, I believe
Trading
it.
is a tough business.
Yeah. But back to the R. I'm with Harvey. I'm quite surprised that it's such a low number.
Well, that's because have you hit a drawdown of a month yet or ever?
Yes, I have.
And does that affect your R average?
No, it doesn't. My R is low enough where it doesn't affect it.
Hmm.
We should have more upside in ES. Dollars making swing lows, lower swing low. Because I don't so that's why I asked you, is it percentage of capital? Because if it's 5% of capital in a long term, yes, I can see why 5% is a really good return, right? But let's just say they're trading with your assumption is they're trading with 1%, but let's just say they're doing with 0.5%, that's 10R, right? But so they're risking 0.5% to make 5R per month. Um, but they're probably not going to change their R for a while. Just like I'm assuming, just like I am. Like my R doesn't change based on how much money you're making. So next month I'm not going to switch my R, right? The fluctuations are too much. So what I would
Mhm.
do is maybe in like the next quarter I'll recalculate my R, right? Or 6 months later, 2 quarters later, I'll recalculate my R. So if they're doing it that way, and their gain is roughly about 5% per month from the start, then yes, I think that's a lot of money. And I think that their R is actually way greater than five. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it does.
If their account's growing by 5% every month over month, but their R is not changing, they're not making 5R. They're making way more. Would you still be trading if you made 100,000 only your ceiling's $100,000 per year?
It's size up.
No, you can't. Your ceiling is 100.
Yeah, probably. I only have to work 2 hours a day to make 100K.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, like it's time. It's not just money, it's time. Time is valuable.
I might not because it's just not worth it, right?
No, you missed it, Specs. It's not 2 hours a day. He says he puts in 15 hours a day plus 6 on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't put in that much time into it, to be
You
honest.
also don't get 5R.
Yeah, I don't.
You see,
I
that's the
pro-
ceiling. It's not just 100 grand. You have to make the max.
yeah, I probably wouldn't do it to be honest with you. I
Put in a
probably
lot
wouldn't
of
trade.
work for that.
Yeah, fuck that. A hundred
The
thousand.
100 grand ceiling.
Yeah,
Not
I was
for
making close to
You make a
double
hundred
that just
grand.
working for a company, right? So why do that?
You could work. Yeah.
But also, there's a lot of things you're not taking into account. You don't have a boss. There's just so much value in being a trader. You don't have a boss. You don't have to report to anybody. If you feel it's like dog shit, you can take a day off. Nobody's gonna bust your chops for taking a day off. There's a lot of value from, you know.
You're
I'm not
right,
saying
but
my returns are good. I'm just saying I'm trying to get better, but I'm also like I don't have much time because I work full time and I trade.
but a
Until I can
hundred
trade full
thousand
time,
isn't a lot. And if that's a ceiling, that's too low of a ceiling.
I agree. But if you gave me the choice to either like if you gave me that choice, I'd still take that one
Really. Okay.
because I
No,
don't
that's
want to
fine.
work. 10 hours a day, or 8 hours a day. And then you could do something else on the side because time is money. If you're making 100K from 2 hour investment per day, that's really, really valuable. Then you do something else, or you just find another way to trade even more, which I get is what you're doing, right? Because you're trading the whole day. I don't have that time, but you have to build up to it, and it's a good start. 100K.
Yeah.
What was my MAE? 85 to 2.75.
This is a massive sell-off right here. I guess they just gave up. They couldn't get it to 0525.
Holy shit, this selling.
27.
Anyone caught that?
No. It's a lot of selling.
I mean, the volume increased dramatically at 11 exactly, or 10 Central Time. Like, the volume spiked. Like, it was really dramatic. I think that volume is even larger than the open. Like, it's almost.
I'll be right back.
It was larger. It was almost as large as the spike on at 10:13. That was a serious sell.
Zero, you're still looking for anything?
All right, guys, look for the next 15 minutes. We might get a run up into London close, and then see what we do from London close. I don't think Specs understood the um, hypothetical scenario. Yeah, I agree with you, Harvey. Definitely got to put in the time for this, right? The thing about the current price action is that it's almost like we're kind of setting it up for a big up move. Um, I'm not leaning long, but just saying. I agree with you, Red Pie, that the regime changes. And even though we are all currently trading a time where it's great, where uh there's a lot of action within the indices. Um, that's I've traded in other times where the action really sucks, where you have to trade the name and not the index. Name meaning stocks. Hence, me wanting to trade with leverage and make more money. That's why I switched to capital flow, because if we're not making money, or if the range is small in ES, and yeah, you could, there are times where ES is a fucking 10-15 point range, right? Um, Imagine like our summer, this year, that was considered wild, in the previous years. So having anticipated that, Red Pie, I wanted to follow capital flow, where it's like, sure, it's dead quiet in the indexes, but it's not in, say, gold or crude, or the wheat game, or whatever it may be, right? So that's why I wouldn't say I want to anticipate it, but I know that eventually the market or regimes will change. So you want to, like, switch out of that. I forget who I told it to, but I said live cattle futures was a good short, and lo and behold, it's a fucking amazing short. Yeah, triple leverage name, or just, again, follow the flow of capital. Um, if you don't follow it, you're just going to be stuck in a range, whether it's upward range or not, but you'll be stuck. All right, 11 more minutes until close of London, and then we'll see what kind of flow we get from there. If they're gonna rinse some people out, it's probably like 60 at least. Yeah, it's pretty rare to find female traders. I'm still very short biased. I just want us to reprint higher, uh, to 05.25 again, even though we may not get it. To go short, I don't think this is it right here. I think we do have some upside again coming into London close. I'm expecting, some kind of chaotic movement. We had a lot of sells, uh, you know, coming in, and it did take the market quite low, but this could just be short covering. So we'll just have to monitor what is going on.
I'm back. How's it going?
Nothing. I'm just waiting for London close.
Yeah.
I want to see if London's going to rinse, or if US is going to rinse this to upside against London.
It feels really weird.
Right? It doesn't
Yeah.
feel right.
Right now, it's been consistently like absorbing buyers in this region between 91.25 and 95s. And volume is also pretty weak, so depends which direction we go. Like usually, like the break happens when the volume decreases when it takes direction. So if it's a directional move and volume is decreasing, that's usually also a thing that happens. NQ being so weak and range bound. So I don't think it's very likely that they'll have large moves, to be honest. Like, that's just my general opinion. That's not factual or anything else.
I think that's right.
I was looking to squeeze one more trade out, but like I was in the shower, so I missed it. But well, it's life. And I don't feel like shorting 94s. It's way too shit of a zone. It's too close to 400 8, and my real line in the sand where I'm wrong is that if we break above 408. So, shorting 94s is a no-go. Even with a stop of like 10 points is the closest where you're really defined as wrong. So, according to RTH range. Harvey, I mean, like, I've done my part of what I need to do today. It's just really about squeezing in the extra right now. Like, I don't know. There you got the volume drop when we spike down. Like the drop off in volume. And then afterwards volume picked up heavily. Relative volume.
One minute. Yeah, they're poor highs. What is personal hygiene? You're gonna go take a shit, Harvey?
No. He was talking about me taking a shower. And I missed the opportunity to go long.
At what? 85?
Approximately 11:02. When we puked down, I had a slight divergence on the second pullback towards the lows at 77. So like you would have gotten in at 78 if that was the ideal situation. That would have been the only other trade I would take. But there's been nothing else beside that. There was a trade in crude, which you could have taken. It was roughly at 908 central, where we had a drop off in downtick, and you had a drop off in volume, and you had a drop off in market selling, where you could have gone long. Approximately at the 78.002.
Good entry.
I mean, you could have gone that. I wasn't like I did not catch anything, so because I was like preoccupied. The one in crude I missed because I was looking at the S and I didn't pay attention. There's a lot of these things that you miss opportunities.
All right, London's closing up. I think the rest of the day might just be shit.
What an uncomfortable range we're trading in.
Yeah, it's boring as fuck.
It was too quick at 81 to catch it. And at 85, I did not want to touch it because it's getting too close to the middle of the range. And the spike to 91 was useless as well. Or all towards 92. I don't know. Shit show.
I don't see anything, so I'm just sitting on my hands. All right, guys. I'm gonna cut the stream. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Post it. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just says that my mic's not on. It's weird. Why, it doesn't show anyone's talking. Let me rejoin, hold on.
No. Oh, the fuck.
Oh, all right, it's working now. Cool.
Yeah. Up to you, man. You let me know. You can jump privately, or we could.
This one time, it's not my brightest hour.
Okay. So you want to do it privately?
Yeah, just this time.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Oh. Okay. I'll see you in there.
Yeah.